subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let's get Sam in here. Sam, what's up, brother? Sam, what's happening?
Hey Tariq, I have a question. I'm half Jordanian, half American,
Okay.
and I want to ask you why a lot of Arab Americans. I was shocked when I came back because I grew up in Jordan, but I came back here to study college. I was shocked why a lot of Arabs have a lot of hatred to Black Americans, and I feel like they wanna paint themselves as white by hating blacks. I was really surprised by Myron Gaines, especially because he's Sudanese, and a lot of Sudanese face discrimination
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of hatred for them in the Middle East because their color of their skin. I'm really shocked why, like the majority of Arabs in America are doing the same thing. It's very weird.
Right, and that's why I don't put Myron in the vacuum. There's a whole bunch of people who think like Myron Gaines, and you asked a very good question. The reason why they get over here and start getting the Myron Gaines mindset is because they've been psychologically broken by the white supremacists, and they want to get in good. So what they have to do is distance themselves from any semblance of blackness psychologically by denigrating black people as much as the white supremacists. They're willing to become a mascot for the white supremacists, and they go out of their way to denigrate us when they're around their white supremacist buddies so that they can fit in. See, because white supremacy is judged on how much people can denigrate black society. We're the barometer to how much you're going to get in good with white supremacy. Now, on the flip side, these folks sit up here and try to denigrate us, and the white supremacists still be clowning them, just like Myron Gaines. He tries to get into some of these other white supremacist spaces and just try to post up, and they let him know, hey, you are not one of us. Yeah, you're our mascot, but the mascot don't get to play on the team. And they remind him of that all the time, and he looks real stupid and dumb, but they're willing to look stupid and dumb in order for them to have somewhat of a semblance of proximity to white supremacy. Sherelle, you back, dear? Can you get your mic working, beloved?
And I think the question has actually been answered from.
All right, Sherelle. Okay, Sherelle.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Something's going on with that sister's phone, so I'm gonna take her down for a minute. All right, let's get on code Pan African. On code Pan African. What's up, on code? On code Pan African. Let's get it in, brother.
Hey, sorry about that, Tariq.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
I just want to give you a shout out for creating the best deodorant in the game. I struggled with deodorant all my life, and I really appreciate that.
Yes, and
Second of all, not all Pan Africans hate you. We really grew up, and you got us woke with the hidden colors. So, not a lot of us don't hate you. And whoever says the only way for Pan African is to work is we all move back to Africa, that's a damn lie. Just know that we have to build where we at. So we with our FBA brothers, we know our FBA brothers, once they get their reparation, they're going to build their own school. They're going to build their own hospitals. So it's a win-win for the black race. That's all I want to say.
There you go, my brother, man. I thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. On code Pan African. I like that. He is on code. See, we don't have a problem with Pan Africans. We don't have a problem with nobody. We don't have a problem with non-FBAs. As long as there's respect, as long as they're not trying to sabotage, that's good. Let's get Silverback.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Tariq?
What's Silverback? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to give a shout out to you and let you know I'm proud of you, man, what you're doing. Keep it up, because what you're doing is you're conditioning young black people to stand up and be more like you, man, and speak up for foundational black Americans, man. I also want to ask, did you ever consider having a YouTube channel or a podcast, man? Or do you have one so that way I can go get plugged in with that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got my YouTube channel. It's Tariq Radio. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel. I got there's years of stuff on there. Tariq Radio. Yeah, dude, it's a podcast, dude. I was one of the first people to start doing a podcast back in Mac Lessons Radio days. I started a podcast in 2006. I was one of the first. There were no podcasts around that. It was like only literally a handful. Like you can count with like a couple of fingers the podcasts that were around then. Yeah, so I started doing podcasting in 2006 with Mac Lessons Radio, the classic Mac Lessons Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get Melanin in here. Melanin in the building. Melanin. Hop in, Melanin. All right. Melanin molecule. You're not saying nothing. So we're going to go to the next person. We got a lot of people down there on the bottom. Shout out to all of you guys. Raise your hand if you're ready. Let's try it that way. So I don't bring people up and they're not ready. Because sometimes people hit the request button by mistake. So raise your hand if you're ready, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Raise your hand if you are ready. Let's get hold on. There we go. Sam, I already had you up. Let's get the black receipt in the building. Then we're gonna get the good adult in the building. All right, the black receipt. What's up, brother?
What's going on, my brother? Say, you know what I think Raspberry problem is what you said a couple of months ago. It's to the point where we gotta stand on their own 10 toes and actually show and prove, cause you can't blame, you know what I'm saying, the outside forces no more. You know what I'm saying? It's either get on code or, know what I'm saying, move around and lay down, cause
Yeah.
we ain't playing no games no more. Know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, my brother.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Yeah, it's weird. A man, that's as a man, I'm not gonna sit around every day whining about no nigga. Uh, that's some daddy shit or op shit, either one. Now, there are some people who's assigned to do that. Now, if that's your assignment, well, everybody has to have a job, even agent provocateurs. But if you're not assigned and you just being a bitch nigga whining about another man, then you need some therapy, my nigga. That's some daddy issues. That's some daddy issue shit, dude. It ain't that damn serious, nigga. Especially motherfucker, I don't know. You ain't that. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this shit got to be on some agent provocateur shit. You ain't that mad at a nigga who don't even know you. You ain't that damn mad because you just making up shit to be mad about. That's the thing. Because you're making up stuff to be so-called mad about. Yeah, it's bad faith. So that's when it gets into the COINTELPRO shit. When you're supposed to be mad, but you done made up the shit you're mad about. That's some COINTELPRO shit. The good adult. What's up, good adult?
Oh, peace to the room, peace to you, Tariq. I had a few questions. If hopefully I could get them out to you real quick.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, obviously we know the hard work you've put into the idea and concepts of delineating along the lines of foundational Black Americans. My first question is, for those who want to continue to build off of what you've established and others, such as yourself, for us, such as myself, to want to build off of that, would you say we need your approval to add to how we delineate?
No, why would you need my approval?
Because I'm in rooms, I'm in spaces, and I hear people say, "Well, that's not what Tariq says. That's not what Tariq says." And I'm like, "Okay, he started it. That don't mean we have." You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm glad you said that. The other question is, as it pertains to delineating, where do you fall on delineating along the lines of value systems? I would argue that foundational Black Americans definitely have a value system, and I think if you're not maintaining that value system, which is our forefathers established Blackness upon, then then your Blackness is in question to me. If you're not upholding the value system, I question your Blackness. Where do you fall on that?
No, because your lineage is your lineage. That's not negotiable. You understand? Whatever your lineage is, wherever your family came from, if they came from the founding of this country, your value system don't even matter. Because yeah, we got people who are from the lineage who are Sambos, unfortunately. You got Jesse Lee Peterson. I use him as an example. Jesse Lee Peterson is a horrible Sambo. He's a funny Sambo, but he's a Sambo, but he comes from the lineage. He is a foundational Black American.
And,
He I don't share no values with them, but we do share lineage with them. So your lineage is your lineage no matter what. Even if you don't like the person, the lineage is still the lineage. Even if you don't share the same values, the lineage is still the lineage. So we just look at it from that perspective. Now, we should have a cohesive value system. That's an option that we should have. Unfortunately, we don't live in a utopia. Everybody's not going to be on the same page. As we see, there's always bickering and bantering on these spaces alone. But enough of us being on code and our lineage is rooting us on that code, that's good enough, and that's where we should maintain the codification. But thank you so much. Let me get Mike Thoughts in the building. Mike Thoughts in the building.
Hey, Tariq, I just had a quick question for you, man.
Go ahead, brother.
I was curious, Bob. I was just put on to you for maybe like 6 months ago, and I was curious if you ever thought about collaborating with Sarah Sudin on a project or two with the world history, because I know you're very thorough when
And
the
I like
article
SETI.
is.
I love SETI. SETI's a thorough brother. I like SETI. And I might have to do something with SETI. I've been for years and I never worked with the brother, but I like SETI. I like SETI. He's a very passionate brother and he's on top of things. I saw a little piece of a video he was playing up and down. So yeah, shout out to Sarah Sudin SETI. Thorough brother, from what I know. I don't know him personally, but yeah, shout out to that brother. Excuse me. Melanin, are you in here? Okay, Melanin ain't in here. I'm gonna get Melanin out of here. And then Sherelle, let me get you back on here, dear, to see what's going on. Sherelle, Miss Sherelle, hop back in, sis. Miss Sherelle, hop back in.
Oh yes, if you can hear me, I was just gonna say, um, and I believe you answered it actually with the gentleman that was on right after me. The protection of Black women in different spaces, not just digital spaces, but I'm talking about while you're in grocery stores, while you're, doing your day to day, and how we can set the standard or the precedent of ensuring that when different people from different races, when they're speaking to us, that they maintain a respectable approach and not feel too comfortable to disrespect us. Um, and to ensure that we're setting those standards so that they don't think that that's okay. Um, and so I was wondering if there were strategies or things that we should be putting out there to ensure that that is the direction that we're headed, so that we're not dealing with situations like this.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we just should just straight up and down look out for people on a regular basis. That's not something that we should just regulate to spaces. We should look out for people. We should look out for the women. The women who are riders. We should look out for the women who are riders. Let me say that. We should look out for the women who are riders, and we should look out for the brothers who are riders too. Because see, you watch all this talk, this fake talk, where these dudes get into this. We got to protect womanhood, and I'm mad at you niggers because y'all didn't protect Black womanhood, and these Negroes will turn right around and start lying on women sleeping with dudes and start gossiping worse than women. Watch that tactic that these dudes use where they try to get on some jump bad nonsense under the guise of protecting women. That's a COINTELPRO tactic. And I saw that tactic firsthand. 2016, I did a lecture in South Carolina. This is when I realized how heavy the the feds were putting people on me. And y'all know there was a lecture I did in South Carolina that was full of damn federal damn ops in there. This was 2016, and the Hidden Colors series was insane. It was on the height of the Hidden Colors series, and I'm going around the country doing these big lectures all over the place. So they're like, okay, this guy has a lot of influence, so we're gonna have to put some folks on him. And they tried to do one of them get your hand out my pocket situations. I went out there to South Carolina. I'm in Charleston, and I'm doing my lecture, and there was this woman. I forgot what that woman's name, but she was on social media for a quick minute. She was from out there in that area. She was this woman who was on social media doing some real weirdo stuff. She was doing a lot of this real provocateurish stuff on social media for a minute. some of her stuff went viral, and then she just disappeared because people kind of realized that she might have been an agent because she would just go to places and disrupt shit. And then she disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to the woman. Then they pulled up her paperwork and she had all types of weird charges. So people assume that that particular woman was an agent provocateur. And then once she got called out, she just completely disappeared. Social media gone, just gone. But I'm doing my lecture, it's a packed lecture, and I see her just off on the side in my peripheral. She's in the side, she's kind of inching her way to the stage. And I'm kind of looking around and looking at the audience, and there's one dude in the front row. Everybody's kind of enjoying themselves, and there was one dude who kind of had a mean mug on his face. So I'm kind of reading the room and I'm feeling the energy. I'm like, okay, that's off. Why is this nigga mean mugging? I'm the only one. This is my lecture. The promoters brought me out here, and I'm the only one doing a lecture. So, nigga, why would you come if you're gonna sit there and mean mug? So yeah, his energy was off. His energy looked real off, and his eyes were kind of shifty and beady. And one of the promoters kind of came and whispered to me, "Hey man, old girl that people think is an op, man, look like she's trying to ease up to the stage, man. We got security on her." And we took an intermission, and then we had security. It became a whole big thing. Security had to escort her out. Then she started making a big scene, and then the police had to come get her out. And some of those shisty, shady looking dudes that were sitting in the front row with the beady eyes, they start jumping up, getting behind her, like, yeah, let the black woman speak. Why y'all trying to remove the black woman? Why y'all talk? They got on that, we got to protect the black woman shit. I said, okay. Then we start doing some research about those dudes, and these dudes, they were some agent provocateurs. These dudes had some real dirty paperwork out there in South Carolina. So I saw that firsthand how what they'll do, the tactic is to get the women to do the dirty work for you. And if somebody calls the women out, then the second team jumps up. It's like a gaslighting thing. They'll jump up like, "Oh, hell no, I got to protect the woman. The black woman is the queen." And they jump out with that fake protect the black woman thing as a gaslighting tactic to do some type of weird ambush. You understand? So that's like some COINTELPRO shit. And we see it in these spaces. These dudes will let the women troll for them, and then when you call the women out for trolling, oh, that's the black queen now. You can't say that about the black. Don't say nothing to the black queen. They do that fake shit. And these same niggas be in spaces arguing with women, lying on women, falsely claiming that they're laying up with this dude, then saying that they laid up with him, lying on their dick. It's weird shit with these dudes, but it not too weird because it's common of provocateurish behavior. Yeah. So we got to watch folks out here. All right, let's get Garrett. Let's get Garrett in. Garrett, what's happening? Garrett Ratcliffe. What's up, Garrett? Mr. Garrett, you want to unmute your microphone, sir? All right, waiting on Garrett, and then we're gonna get Brother Smoothie in the. Let's get Smoothie, then we'll circle back to Garrett. Brother Smoothie, what's happening, man?
Hey, what's going on, Flex? Yeah, Smoothie's Ultimate Adventures. So basically, like, I've been going back and forth with these guys for the past 72 hours, man. And what it comes down to, I feel like these guys don't have a love life at home, bro. Like, it seems like it's hard for them. And I'm gonna put a little information in the Jumbotron, if I may. It seems like these guys are they're at home. They don't have that much of a love life, so they come on this app and they under the inkling that they might be able to get up under some vagina somehow, which is unlikely. They
No,
come on here and crash out. They just straight up crash out and put stuff on the line and behave erratic. You already know it's some goofy shit going on when these guys get around women. And you can tell that they just don't have that much experience, bro. It's either that or just some COINTELPRO shit, like you said, bro.
yeah, yeah, real
You know?
talk, yeah, man. Yeah, because yeah, dudes just sitting around whining about another dude. Now that's something real different. And then the whining is really just niggas lying, and that's different. Okay, let's get where's that? The white boy was in here. I don't know where he went. All right, let's get Be Real just for Alter Reality. Let's get Alter Reality in here. All right. Alter Reality. And then we'll get Roscoe, but Alter Reality.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. But yeah, it just seemed like lately everybody just been like vying for attention. Everybody been so much attention seeking ever since. We done got so much momentum by getting Kamala about the paint.
Yeah,
Everybody's been trying to throw shots at FBAs, throw shots at you. But I mean, when they throw shots at you, they throwing shot at all FBAs. They use you as a shield for all of us. But
right.
but yeah, that's just one thing I just been noticing, man. It just seemed like ever since we watched Kamala, because they haven't really accepted that neither.
Mhm.
They kind of trying to keep that on the low. Like they know she lost, but they refuse to admit how badly she lost.
Yeah,
Because I mean, she almost lost as bad as McCain lost to Obama.
yeah.
They not even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump got over 300 electoral votes. Like folks got to realize how large of a landslide that is. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
I just think it's just attention seeking because of the election, man.
yes, indeed, my man. Thank you so much, brother. Roscoe, what's up, brother?
What's up, Tariq? I just actually had a quick question. Are you having any events at the Hidden History Museum?
Yeah, December 21st.
All right, bet. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, come on down. Definitely come on down. Y'all get your tickets now, by the way, at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We're going to have a great time. We're going to close the year out phenomenally at the Arutasasi event. We got a lot of great comics. We got complimentary food and drinks. It's always a vibe at the Hidden History Museum. So get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get a couple of more people in here. Now, W, did I have you on before? It sounded like you didn't say anything. W, did I get you on? Let me back. I remember you, but I don't remember you saying anything. W, what's happening? What's up, W? W in the building. All right, W ain't saying nothing.
Hey, sorry, you got me?
There you go. What's up, W?
Yeah, my bad, man. I got an update for you. Damascus has fallen. You asked me earlier about the update in Syria.
Okay.
We got Damascus has fallen, and also Clemson just won. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but thank you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. We still got a lot of people in here. So y'all raise your hand if you are ready. Raise your hand. And I hope your hand don't look like 27's bitch ass soft hands. I swear this nigga hand in the Jumbotron is hilarious. 27, you have the most bitch made fingers I've ever seen on a nigga. You look like you go around tickling niggas with them damn bitch ass fingers. Let me see who we got. Uh, this nigga got tickle hands. You hoe ass nigga in a space crying about a nigga and you got tickle hands. You ought to be ashamed of yourself crying about another man. Let's get Eclipse in the building. Eclipse, hop on in here. Eclipse, hop on in. All right, Eclipse, you better say something. All right, while Eclipse is waiting to get in, let me get Solon in here. Solon, hop in, brother.
Hey, good evening. How you doing today or tonight?
Yeah.
I'm just getting off a plane. I'm back in California. I was in Texas and Atlanta for the weekend,
Oh,
so for work. Um, so I know you was talking about think
yeah.
tanks. So for like pretty much the next year, how would you effectively guide or how can we guide Black Americans into different professions or build like a PAC or a think tank? Would you host like the think tanks at your museum or whatnot? And my second thing is, I know with the Pan African, he was on hold or whatnot, but uh, we do need to pretty much get the mind out of the $5 African mindset and pretty much embrace our identity and our culture, because basically the ideology of Pan African pushing to Black Americans it's at ethnic and cultural erasure for the most part. So that's pretty much my
There,
two things.
there you go. And a great question about the think tank. There's different ways we can do it. We just really have to screen people, and we can have them in different places. Um, Definitely not public. We kind of keep that under wraps, where we would have think tank meetings where we can flesh out things and really screen people. I do think if we have think tanks, it would have to be lineage based. We got to make sure people are of the lineage in order to talk about issues that's going to affect the lineage. Because what happens is when we have these reparations task force agencies, it's always a bunch of non-FBA people on them. And I think that's one of the reasons things just don't get done. We just never get things done like we need to. And sometimes you have to create these organizations and center them around your lineage. Just like hell, the mafia even knows that. That's why in order to become a made man, and I'm not trying to promote crime, I'm just using an example. In order to become a made man, your lineage has to go back. Your lineage has to go back to Italy. You have to trace, I think, is it both parents? You got to trace both parents back to Italy before you become a made man. That's how serious they are. They want somebody who's of the lineage in order to sit down. Because the made men, that's the think tank of the mafia, by the way. When you talk about the made men, what they have, that's the think tank of the mafia. They come together and flesh out the rules and guidelines of what's going to go down within the mafia structure. That is the think tank. And the think tank is based on lineage. Your lineage has to go back to Italy. That's why in the movie, was it Goodfellas, Hank Hill, he couldn't be made because he was part Irish. And they knew that that wouldn't work because they could be potential snitches, in which he was. He told on people. He got pinched and then told. And then they put him in witness protection. You see? So they want to know your lineage so they'll know what family member. If you break the code, we're gonna go holler at that family back home. We got the family back home who's gonna holler at him. You see? So they need to know who's who. See, just like back in the day, man, when we would go out and kick it, everybody knew who everybody was. If somebody new showed up, we needed information on them. Hey, who is this person? Whose man is this? Whose kid is this? You would have to know where this kid came from, who his family was, and you would know that. Back in the day when somebody came around, either we knew who they were or their parents knew, or our parents would tell us who they were. Our parents were very big on knowing who the kids were who were around us. So, and they would want to know who their parents are. I'm telling you, us Gen Xers, when we grew up, your mama and them or your grandma could tell you everybody's rundown. If a kid came around, um, your mom, they knew. They knew, hey, how's Betty Ann doing? How's your grandma? They would just know. You knew who the kids were. You knew who people were. You didn't want no weird, strange cats hanging around. So it was imperative that we knew who people were. We knew who their families were. So if things went down, if there was an emergency, the parents can get on the phone and say whoop de whoop de whoop, yada, yada, yada. So that's why we were pretty safe for the most part during a certain era. The 70s, early 80s, we were pretty good. Everybody kind of knew each other. The bullshit didn't start really until the drugs and all that stuff came in real heavy. So it's an interesting dynamic. Let's get Black Regal in the building. Mr. Black Regal.
No, man, I was just listening to what you were saying, and that's absolute facts. And then also, um, you would get asked too when if you are a friend of someone or someone is a friend of you, who are your people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not even just only to like association or like from a community standpoint, but also too like if I know what type of time your people on, like everybody's people ain't good people neither.
I
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's absolute facts, bro.
Yeah, because our parents will want to know, hey man, um, are are your family members those heroin addicts that's over there?
Exactly. He come from that wild family.
Right. So we would like to know what was going on. What's
Exactly.
going on in the bit space, with the Bitcoin space? What's happening with Bitcoin right now?
Man, it's hitting all time highs. And we looking at getting mass adoption globally. That's kind of what it's looking like right now. Um, Trump and that administration is looking at putting a Bitcoin reserve in place
Mm.
for the United States and other countries, and also states are starting to follow suit with that as well and starting to get their plans and paperwork together to follow suit and do the same. So, man, it's looking like some exciting times ahead, to be honest.
Now, Black, if somebody wanted to get in Bitcoin for the first time right now, what would be your first advice to them if they wanted to get in it right now?
Man, I would say, well, no, there's no platform uh, sponsoring me right now, so I hate to give a name out,
Okay.
but maybe let's just say crypto.com, right? You could set up an account there, and I would say just dollar cost average Bitcoin. Because see, what happens to a lot of people is they'll get in a space and they'll they have like 5, 10, 20, $30,000, and they'll throw it in at once, and then when the volatility of Bitcoin hits, they ready to sell, or they stomach down, and they the back of they behind because they done lost 30-40% of their account. But when you dollar cost average, you kind of just capture the growth going up and going down, and that's really what I would say is the safest bet getting into, and that because it is volatile, but that's really the way to offset it.
Yeah, there it is. My man, I appreciate you, Black. Yeah,
No
because the
doubt.
Bitcoin talk is real heavy right now. It was a guy named Max Kaiser who tried to get who tried to get me on Bitcoin back in like 2014, 15, long time ago. He was telling me about Bitcoin, saying it was going to blow up, and I just dismissed him. And I'm like, man, I want to kick myself because he was right on the money. Man, he was really, really trying to get me into it. I wouldn't when I was allowed to go over there to the UK. Max is from here, but he was doing a show on the BBC in the UK. And when I would go over there, they would have me on the show. And he was breaking that Bitcoin stuff down to me back then. He was like, hey man, there's this Bitcoin thing that's about to blow up, man. You really need to get up on it, man. You really need. I'm like, well, this white man trying to trick me. I was on that. But hell, he was right. He was one who was right. His ass was right, man. I should have got in on that. Little Bear. What's up, Little Bear?
Hey, what's up, King Flex? I'm real bothered with this whole Andrew. What's that name? That guy named the little Andrew Schultz or whatever, and how he came at Kendrick Lamar, and I mean, I thought he was trying to double down Kendrick on protecting us black women, and then I think he disrespected him. I know you touched on it a little bit,
Mhm.
but I just kind of wanted to, really for you to expound on that and how they come with the comedy, but it's emasculating the black men. It's the black women, not being protected, and just kind of get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, and thank you, dear. You know, again, I spoke on this earlier. I've been talking about Andrew Schultz. I debated him on his show, on the Brilliant Idiot show, like what, 5 years ago? So yeah, y'all late. I'm just saying, everybody's late. I've been called his racism out and ran circles around him and his racist talking points. So I've been calling him out. So yeah, I've already spoken on it 5 years ago. Everybody's kind of playing catch up because they see that, he still got that same mindset that he hides behind quote jokes. You dig? But yeah, that whole buck breaking scenario he got into, it was just real weird and cringy. And the people laughing with him, it was a couple of people laughing with him. Those are all non FBAs, by the way. Those are all non FBAs that were sitting up there laughing at that stuff. So that's what it is. All right, let me get.
What's up, brother Tariq?
What's up, brother? That Eclipse?
Yes, Eclipse, man. How you doing, man?
How you been, brother? Where you been hiding?
Man, man, from the D, but I'm down here in Dallas, man. You already know it, man. Detroit's finest down here in Dallas doing it big. I'm here with the wife.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey, how are you, dear?
I'm good. Thank you so much for caring about our community and doing everything you can. We support you 1000%.
Man, I love it.
All day.
I appreciate.
And also Tariq, I'm gonna tell you this, brother Tariq,
How y'all like the game?
that man, it's been good. It's been cool, man. We just getting our feet wet down here. So you know, I'm love Texas.
It's nothing like the D though.
Ain't nothing like the D, no doubt about that.
Yes, yes. No. Well, they got a JJ Fish and Chips in Texas, though. They got a couple of those down there too. So
Yeah, they got a little something, man. You know, but you know, it's some things you miss. But I like the heat, man. I was happy to get some of the heat did from that cold,
I miss
man.
the snow.
oh yeah. Oh,
But I'm gonna tap on something with you, Tariq,
go ahead, brother.
when it comes with these tethers and all this pan-Africanism that they talking about. It's all good and dandy, but we already done tried that for 50 plus years. And right now we just trying to get ourselves situated with the FBA family,
Yeah,
you know, and we just waiting on Trump to get on in there in January to do what he need to do. So more jobs and opportunities and resources that they've been taking all this time can come right back to what we need to do so we can continue building up our lineage and families. That's right. You know. And they just need to wake up right now and just get out the way. We gonna do that once we get our reparations and everything. And once we continue staying on code with one another, building our families, staying on code and handling business, we got nothing else to talk about with these folks, man. All the tell.
real talk. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Let me get a couple more calls. Shout out to my brother and the wife. Yeah, they're still trying to scare us with the whole. Well, black folks are going to be affected by immigration too because of the tariffs. They're coming up with every janky scenario to try to tie us into this immigration thing as if we're going to be negatively affected. We are not. I'm so
Of course not. Of course not.
now. What's up, Coit?
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, Coit.
Thank you so much for putting me on the stage.
Where are you from with that accent? Where are you from, man?
Me, I'm from Amsterdam. Amsterdam.
You're from Amsterdam. Okay, you're from Holland.
I'm from the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands. But where were you before the Netherlands? Because that accent sounds Middle Eastern.
Oh, for real? I've
Yeah,
been. You serious?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's not
Yeah,
an
I've been all around the world, man. Like I've been traveling for the last like
that's not
7 years.
that's not a Netherlands accent. Where's your family from?
My family, my mother's from France, and my father's from Jewish land. Jew, he's Jew. His
The,
mother is Jew.
where's she from? Where are they from? What part of
I don't know. They were in the camps during the World War.
okay. Okay.
Our history got a little bit erased. But I'm not a Jew
Okay. All right.
because you can only give Jew to your from mother to child.
Okay.
You know, and because my father is a Jew, he's like the last Jew in my family.
Got
And me, I'm basically a mix.
place. All right. Bow and arrow or Iman? Either one.
Waking us up tonight. Shout out to you and everybody in the space tonight. I'm glad you waking us like this oppy behavior up.
Yeah.
I remember back when you came here to Baltimore back like on your for either the first or second Hidden Colors when you had the Q&A on at the 25th Street at that old theater. And I could remember like one of the few people that was there like promoting that was always promoting your documentaries when you got here the first time, second time, but then the third time he was acting a little shady. And I remember that was the first time I experienced like some oppy behavior against you here in Baltimore. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. First, the first documentary you was all on board. Now you're not with him. So that was really weird. And
Mm.
the second thing I wanted to point out is look, Tariq has a job to do and everybody can't do his job and he can't do everybody else's job. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's real disingenuous when people try to refer to FBA like some gang or something. Like, yo, we're talking about a bloodline here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Tariq, and always standing 10 toes down on that and not letting everybody always I hate when this, one thing about an oppie behavior is when they start trying to lie and say, oh, you're a leader, when you say this shit a million times, like, I'm not the leader. This is
Right.
not a group. It's not a gang. That's oppie behavior too. So I just
Right.
wanted to point that out.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Anybody saying I'm a leader of anything, and I've never claimed to be a leader, never want to be a leader. I'm not a leader of anything. I have no desire to be anybody's leader. A lineage doesn't have a leader. Now, if somebody wants to make up something, you look at that person's behavior, most likely that's a damn op. Oh, we got Stanky Stacy in here. Lord, well, Stanky Stacy, where have you been hiding? Stanky and Stacy, be respectful. Don't just spew a bunch of profanities. We got Stanky Stacy in the building.
Thank you, Stacy.
How you been?
Listen, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Where you
I'm
been?
in, I've been doing great. I'm in here just totally oblivious to what you've been talking about. So let's hear what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're just talking about different stuff. But you sound sober. That sounds good. That's you sounding. You
Oh, you want to insult me because I might like to partake in the alcohol.
okay? What kind of boy? You know when you give somebody a compliment and they take it as an insult. I just gave her a compliment. And like you sound sober. Oh damn it! It's like that. You
Turn
want
on
to?
my.
That's how I gave you a compliment. That's you sound sober. You usually call drunk. So I'm giving you a
Thank you,
compliment.
baby. Thank you.
All right. I'm trying to I want you to be straight and narrow. I don't want you to be down bad, Stacy.
No, oh my God, I'm never down bad, but I hear you. So what are we
Yeah, I want
talking
you to
about tonight? What are we talking about tonight?
we're just talking about different stuff. So I just let you tune in and listen. Yeah, we're talking about different stuff. Let's get Brother Twizzle in the building. Brother Twizzle. Twizzle in the building.
What's up with a player, man? You understand me? It's your friendly neighborhood player partner up in here.
All day. What's going on, my Yay area player?
Man, if I complain, nobody will listen, man. So, I'm just gonna keep on sticking to the mission. But I just want to say this, and I'm not trying to be on no messy shit, T, but T, I fuck with you, man. And
Yeah.
I want to say this to the room and everybody in this room that if anybody got a problem, here go the man right here. Just like he gave me a mic to speak, y'all can come up and speak and voice y'all opinions as well. Instead of creating spaces, creating these echo rooms and these chat chambers, be a man and be an adult. If you have a problem with somebody, speak to them. Don't go get out fans and go create an echo chamber with a bunch of negative soy boy beta males. Be a man. We men, we talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? And we solve our problems just to move on because one thing for sure, two things for certain, you can't stop progress. You can slow it down, but you can't stop it. So hey, I just want to give a shout out to you, Tariq, man. I fuck with you. I really don't give a fuck if you get mad or whatever the echo chamber is going on or whatever the rumors is going around. That I'm a man of progress and T. You've been making so many goddamn progress. We should name Tsunami after you, dude, because you got a wave so goddamn big. I got my surfboard and I'm ready to ride it. Cowabunga, brother. I'm
Man,
with you, T. Peace.
much respect, my brother. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, man, look, a lot of people are really looking at our to them. They know where that shit came from. They know us over here on the grassroots, we made the Democrats crash and damn burn. That was us doing that. People can talk around it as much as they want to, but they know what it is. That's why they've been in full attack mode. The word has come down from the top on Lineage business, and we're going to still make sure the people in our lineage are going to be all right. We're going to make sure that they're good. We're going to stand on the justice business, and we're going to make sure that we get the tangibles that we are supposed to get as foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. That's the new normal. All right, let me get up out of here, guys. It's been real. Y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com and get your tickets for the Aratasusse celebration that's happening in a couple of weeks. Papi Akute and Lola Vuve to the family. Y'all be good. Peace.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing Black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.